Only a handful of Polytopia players have ever done it. Reaching 2,000 ELO in Polytopia isn't just rare, it's legendary. Today we interview 3 of the game's elite: Ferrikster, Willibomb, and Innofunni. How did they do it? What sets them apart? And more importantly, what can you learn from the top of the leaderboard? Okay, let's see how to get a super high win rate in Polytopia. First, let's talk with Ferrikster. He's a leader of the Dragons team in Polychampions. He lives in New York and has been playing Polytopia for over 3 years. His gaming experience started with StarCraft 1, moved to StarCraft 2, and then he transitioned to Pokemon Go in 2016. He continues to get into the top 50 on Pokemon Go leaderboards across several seasons. We have a link to his Pokemon Go Twitch and YouTube channels in the description.
Oh yeah, that's
2067. Very nice. So yes. What's your approach? How did you get that 2000 ELO?
Well, I played a lot. When I played against random opponents, I mostly will play bigger maps like 324 or 400, and mostly lakes or Pangea. I feel like when I play those, I'll just main Ellie because like Ellyrion's cracked on that map size. But like if I'm playing like 400 Elyrion and like some random 1600 ELO player gets like a much better spawn than me, it's usually still not enough for them to like kill me, so they won't be able to convert. So eventually I'll just grow big enough or make some specific push somewhere, steal a city from them, and it just snowballs. It's hard to spawn lose at that size map, because when you're at like 1900 ELO, if you're playing like a 1600 ELO person, you have to actually win like 30 out of 30 games, because it's like +1 ELO when you win and -30 when you lose. So you have to win every single game. So, I mean, the games that you're going to win anyway because of better spawn or even spawn, you don't really have to concern yourself with. It's just making sure that you can forcibly win even when you have a bad spawn.
And bigger maps are the way to do it. Bigger maps and and strong tribes. Yeah.
That's how I like to play it.
So what's Ferrikster's approach? First, pick a strong tribe. He likes Elyrion. Second, play on large maps. He goes for large lakes. Large maps gives more time to overcome bad spawns.
Also, like, playing in Polychampions and just, when my opponents will bonus a game, I'll stay in and I'll steal all the ELO from all four from all 4 of them. So if you're trying to get your ELO up there, Polychampions, I don't not recommend it.
Polychampions, not because like you can learn to play better, but Polychampions, so when you get a bonus, you can stay in and scoop up everybody else's ELO. Got it.
Just poach the ELO from everybody.
So what do you recommend for players who want to have an ELO target and they want to go wild, raise their ELO?
I mean, you can do the thing that I was doing. Although, like, with the beta that's coming out, the meta's going to shift. So I don't know. I'll probably have to change strategy. I don't know if Elyrion is still going to be, like, the most meta pick for, like, 400 lakes or something. But I'm going to find out the hard way when when the beta drops into the real game.
Next, let's talk to Willibomb. He's on the Jets team in Polychampions and from Canada. He started playing in October, less than a year ago. He also plays Hearthstone and Risk Online, which may explain why he's so good with diplomacy, but let's let him tell it.
I mainly play 900 9-player maps. In those maps, luck matters less because there's diplomacy involved. My strategy is just, expand in the early game as you do normally, make alliances, figure out which of the other players you want to attack. If a player gets lucky and they grow in the early game, you can team up with other players in the game because you'll both recognize that player is probably going to win if you keep fighting each other. So you'll stop fighting each other. You'll kind of you'll gang up on that player. It's somewhat important to go for strategy early. Like, even if strategy is not the best play right now, you would still get it just so you can make alliances faster. if I'm fighting like 3 players on 3 different fronts, I'll get strategy. Even though farming is probably better at the moment, I'll get strategy, and then I'll send peace treaties to all of them. Once you make it past the early game, you can decide which player you want to fight right now. Like for example, if you're in a 4-player game and 2 of the other players are fighting each other, and you know that you are right now the biggest, you can let them fight each other, and then you break alliance with the 4th player who's not fighting anyone right now, and you kill them really quickly. Once it's a 3-player game, either 1, you are enough to kill the other 2 players on your own, or 2, you're fighting one of them and you have a peace treaty with the other one. As soon as it gets down to a 1v1, I almost always immediately break alliance because I don't want them to do it first. I've had games where I was in a winning position, but I want to greed a little bit and I don't break the alliance. And I try to set up my troops for like a turn beforehand. And then my opponent breaks the alliance and suddenly I have the disadvantage now because they broke the alliance first.
So Willibomb's approach is to play big, free-for-all games and use diplomacy. Make alliances to limit the number of fronts you're fighting and focus your fire on opponents you can defeat. When you're down to 3 or 4 players, shift your alliances so you're only fighting 1 player at a time. And once you get down to a 1v1 situation, be the first one to break the peace so you have the advantage. Finally, let's talk with Innofunni from the Kraken team. He lives in the Midwestern United States, has 2 cats, and studies Russian literature. Besides playing Polytopia, he plays competitive club OTB chess and Risk Online.
Hello, it's me, Innofunni, the crab guy.
Hello, Innofunni. So, how do you get to 2000 ELO?
Alright, the biggest thing is that you have to be better at the game. All the other strategies that we're going to talk about are how to inflate your ELO beyond what your skill may really represent. You can only balloon so far above your own skill level, though. If you don't know how to recognize a certain situation and play it accurately, you can add another 200 ELO to your 1200 base, and no one's going to care. You've got to learn the tactics and strategies of the game, and most importantly, you have to learn how Polytopia maps are made. You have to learn to see through the fog, be able to predict where your opponent is, everything like that. Use a poly calculator, play those 24-hour games, use your time to plan well. You have to start by being good at the game.
Yes, and we have videos that explain a lot of that. Learn how a Polytopia map is made, how to use the poly calculator, and lots of strategy guides. We have links to all of those in the description.
But for those sick and perverse people among you who really want to just know about the inflating your number play live games, there's a reason. If you go over and look at the people in chess, everyone has higher blitz and rapid ratings than classical. Play a lot of live games, there's just more skill expression there. Find consistent strategies that tame the random elements of the game. Gambling is neat, it can be fun, but winning is even more fun. Recognize when you're in a game where you need to take those kinds of risks versus where you're in a game that doesn't require you to take any risks. If you have a great start, you don't need to go for a riskier advantage. Take the solid winning advantage and turn that into victory. Play a lot of games. Just play as many games as you're capable of until you're within 20, 30, or 50 points of your goal ELO. Once you get close, lock in and treat every game as seriously as possible. You're not going to last treating every live game you play as if it's the most important thing in the world, but if you're able to do that for the tail end of your journey, that's when you're going to get your target ELO fastest. After the Aquarion rework, I got to 2000 ELO by playing a lot of games with them. Back when they were first reworked, people didn't know how to play with them or how to play against them. That made grinding ELO really easy once I figured out how to play them. The meta is constantly changing, but pioneering something good and unexpected can inflate your ELO. And then lastly, get better at the game. I really can't stress this one enough. Playing live games and inflating your ELO to some new high is like a bodybuilder hitting a flex pose. No one wants to see you doing that on their first day in the gym. Do the boring parts first and learn the game. Lift the weights and get better. Only then, start flexing your gains.
Okay, thanks to Ferrikster, Willibomb, and Innofunni for their insight. We have links to all their YouTube channels in the description. And what's the one thing these elite players have in common? They're all in Polychampions. If you want to learn to play better, join our league. We have the best players in the world. A link to our Discord server is in the description. Please like and subscribe for more pro Polytopia content. Take care. See you on the next one.